fans, the game is over. Welcome to the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show. Bet above the rest. Only at the Potawatomi Sportsbook, Milwaukee. After the last pitch, you've made the switch for 21 seasons. We'll hear from the manager, the players, and the highlights from the game. It's time to talk about the game and the team with Tim Allen and Tommy Wortz on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
It is a final from Minnesota, and the results are good. Nothing is easy, is it, Brewers fans? Welcome in, everybody. Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. There's Tommy Wortz. You can see him on the live YouTube stream. He's right there. Hello, Tommy Wortz.
Hello, Mr. Tim Allen. You pulling a double today? Hey, aren't you Tim Allen from Wisconsin Sports Daily?
Doing a double,
yeah.
Because Sparky and I traded shifts.
Nice.
Today and tomorrow. He's going to be with you tomorrow.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, but the Brewers get a big, well, they're all big to me. I don't know about others, but they're all big to me. A 3-2 Brewers victory. They get a little luck going their way tonight on an obstruction call.
Biggest save of the year. Biggest save of the year, people are calling it right now, Tim. That obstruction call was maybe biggest call of the year to this point for the Brewers. Yeah, I could see it.
Maybe, and I didn't understand the rule on obstruction. I just thought you went to the base you were going back to in this case. But apparently you get +1. You get to advance a base.
Yeah, you advance past the base you were already occupying.
You were on, right. And I didn't know that. So the table was set there, and my goodness, they scored a run the normal way then.
Oh, yeah. Every run is normal with the Brewers, too.
Without being a painful fielder's choice RBI or a sac fly or grounds into a double play and scores the run, but there's 2 outs now. It's always seemed maybe a bunt or they score on an error or a wild pitch. They actually scored a run, the winning run, on a Jake Bauers legit double.
Dude, can we just play it real quick in case?
Bauers to right center. It's headed towards the gap and up against the wall. Terang will score. Contreras held at third. It's a double for Bauers, and the Brewers have the lead.
They're surprised they didn't go with the lefty against Bauers there.
You know, Tim, I want to read off Freddie Freeman's stats this year, just so you know, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Freddie Freeman, widely considered maybe one of the best first basemen in all of baseball.
Hall of Famer.
Yeah. For sure. In 163 at-bats, he's 4 home runs. He's hitting .270. He's got 20 RBIs, 343 on base percentage, a 766 OPS. Solid year, but down year for Fred, right?
420 though is kind of cool.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Jake Bauers has 6 home runs, 22 RBIs, 275 average, 830 OPS.
What are you saying, Tommy?
I'm just saying that I would like a little bit of Tommy, you weren't all that crazy. I'm not even asking for apologies.
You're not even asking for a Wake and
Jake
segment.
No, I just would rather people put some respect on my boy's name. That's all I want. That's all I want. Respect on his name. I don't need any credit.
He's the 9th man.
Oh,
jersey 9.
He is. Yeah. You have no idea how many people I've thought were wearing Bauers jerseys that were Euchre jerseys eventually. Like, I mean, I've gotten excited out in public when I'm like, oh, it's okay. Yeah, it's a Euchre jersey. I got it. Yeah. But Jake Bauers, a 17-game on-base streak, 7-game hit streak again, just after he just broke a 6, I believe, again before. This is a legit ball player. I mean, he is amazing. People are calling him 4A player, and not an everyday ball player. This is an everyday ball player right now.
I think that attitude change that he had coming into this year really helps him out. More on that a little bit later on. But how about Coleman Crow in his second big league performance? He goes 5+ innings of 1-run ball. Aaron Ashby helped him out of that 5th inning.
God, by the way, Tim. It's Aaron Ashby's 8th win of the year.
Oh, did he get? I didn't even notice that.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, he did, didn't he?
He got the win. Oh man, what's the math? What's the math, nerds, on that one?
And he's pacing about 34 victories.
Yeah, I mean, I'll peruse Twitter. Someone's done the math.
Someone in there, but Coleman Crow, man, dynamite stuff again. And we'll hear from Pat Murphy. I'm sure he'll be crowing about Crow. That's for sure. They get the victory. Bigger window. The Brewers have won 12 of their last 17. Now think about it that way. I mean, I believe it's 7 of their last 8. I want to say something like that. Certainly 6 of their last 7, but I think it's 7 of 8. And they, again, the little blip with Abner Uribe. Now, speaking of which, we get to the back end of the bullpen, and now we flip-flop a little bit. I mean, us fans, we're flip-flopping. Do we want Uribe? Some say yes. Some say no. Do we want McGill? Some say yes. Some say no. Now, Murph, he flips it the other way. And look at the clean inning out of McGill. And Uribe runs into a little trouble with 1 out, a base hit, and then a walk. And you're thinking, oh, man, you can't do this. And now I'm thinking, there's no wiggle room here. Even though you scored 3 runs, there's no wiggle room here for anybody out there. Got the double play ground ball in that 8th inning. That was huge. And then McGill locked it down. But another nail biter for this Brewers ball club, but another win. And that's the main thing. We're getting your reaction here on the Nicolay Law Talking text line at 414-677-1250. That's 414-677-1250. 3-2. Did you feel comfortable up 1-0?
No. One zip was not 3-2. Even 3-2 feels better than 1-0.
It does.
It really does. It really does.
Yeah.
1-0 never felt safe.
No, not at all. And yet, again, I know Ryan's good. He is. And the Brewers have faced some good pitching this year. There's no question. So have a lot of teams. But they let the dude off the hook again. And they let these guys, now I know they're good, and that's really the key, is a lot of times you face a stud, you got to get to them early, or sometimes they settle in. Well, you've had a handful of these pitchers on the ropes, possibly down to their last hitter or 2 or 3, and then you let them off the hook, and look at what Joe Ryan did tonight. He went through 6 innings of 1-run ball. I mean, you got to find that knockout blow. And that's what I'm saying, lately here. This offense still is nowhere near where they're going to be. They still got some things to figure out here. They never hit the magic number tonight, Tommy, but got the win despite.
No, got it despite. Yeah. Let's go out to the Nicolay Law Talking text line, 414-677-1250 if you want to be a part of the program. Let's go over to Harley at the VA. Harley, you're up first, leadoff hitter on the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show.
Hey guys, Tommy Bauer is the man. Don't worry about it.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Harley. Thank you.
When it comes to pitching, Timmy, do the Milwaukee Brewers have one of the best pitching staffs in baseball?
So far, yes.
It's hard to argue against.
Yes. Do they have coaches and people that can teach these young kids how to pitch? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. This leads up to my question. I think it's mandatory ASAP that they sign Contreras. This guy can manage these kids, underlying kids, coming up through the system. Mm-hmm. And by signing him to a 2-year deal or a 3-year deal, I think it's mandatory that we get him signed so he can manage on the field, and he also can hit the baseball. I'll leave it at that, and have a good show and a good night, guys.
Thank you, Harley. Okay, here's the thing. I'm with you on Contreras. If you're giving me Contreras or Terang, let me just say this. I'm still saying Contreras because of the reason he just said, Tommy. I think a big part of the success is how he handles these young pitchers. I do. I know Hook and Henderson, as Murphy would say, the car wash, the H&H car wash.
Yep.
They do a great job. But I think in game is really what it comes down to, and it's Contreras for now, because that gap is closing really quick.
Could be Jake pretty soon.
Turang.
Could be Jake pretty soon. I don't know if you. What are we talking about?
But see, but the gap is closing. I'm no way have I come to a determination yet. I used to think, yes, slam dunk Contreras. Now with Bryce, just barrel. Bryce is just so good.
Yeah, he's very good. And Tim, I've at least prefaced it, like, there's no wrong answer. I don't think there's a wrong answer when you choose between them. And quite frankly, they should both get it. They should absolutely both get the extension with the Brewers, and the Brewers should not let either of those guys leave the building, and they should both retire members of the Milwaukee Brewers. This is all speculation on they're probably only going to be able to pay one, right? They traditionally are only paying out one big contract at a time.
Right.
If you do see what Contreras is doing this year, it is hard to argue against what William Contreras means to this pitching staff, in which we've seen 9-10 different guys come in and start a ball game now. He's caught all of them. Miz looks amazing. Harrison looks amazing. You just saw Coleman Crow do it again for a second time up at the big league level.
Yep.
I understand why you would do that. I just think that superstar potential Bryce Turang is a superstar. Yeah, and maybe Bill is too. Maybe that's the right word to describe Bill as well, but he'll be 30 when that deal is ready to kick in. And that is a risk you're willing to pay with a catcher. How long is he going to be a catcher if you sign him to an extension and just transition over to full-time DH, which will happen in his career at some point? Now that's where you got to weigh your options on it. If Contreras got a 4-year deal to stay a member of this Milwaukee Brewers team, by no means am I saying, oh my gosh, they messed up because they can't sign Bryce.
Right.
I get why it is.
Yeah.
But it's similar to the conversation we had yesterday, Tim, where if you made me choose between Abner or McGill to be the closer, I will choose McGill, and I will not be mad if you choose Abner.
That's right. That's right. And these two guys are both going to be productive at the very least offensively. But the other thing to think about, if you're looking at the Contreras situation, this is just my thought. I mean, I have no insider information. I don't think anybody does, except Contreras says plural behind closed doors, behind the scenes. I think his brother has an impact on his decision. I do. I think Williams is his own man, and he's going to do his own thing and talk to his agent and all that. But I mean, think of your situation with your brother or your family member that gives you advice. You're going to take some advice from your family member. I don't know if the outlook would be real good if Williams said or asked Wilson, hey, what do you think about me staying long term in Brewtown?
Man, no way that has any factor on it at all.
I think it does.
No, because he wouldn't even ask Wilson that question. Wilson, he knows. You're telling me
Wilson would just tell him. He wouldn't have to ask.
Right. How you think about your brother, Tim? If you hated something as much as Wilson Contreras hates the Brewers, is he going to be like, come to you for advice on being like, well, what do you think about this girl I've been dating? No, I hate her. I hate her. Right.
Here's my offer. Wouldn't Wilson then say, hey, what are they offering you?
Yeah.
I bet you'd ask that.
Well, Wilson would be like, you got to hook me up with the suite. Like, and then Wilson Contreras is coming to every Brewers game for the rest of eternity.
And as much as we complain about the offense at times, which is fair, I mean, we're Brewer fans and we'll gripe about the offense. Hell, I was griping about it today. Earlier tonight during the game when that one run nonsense was up there for several innings. Bryce seems to be in the thick of a lot of rallies, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Over it.
Oh yeah. He's a huge part of him all the time. Yeah.
Good to see Jackson with a 2-hit game tonight. Bowers with a couple and a run knocked in. Bryce was right in the middle. Sal Frelick got his knock. My boy Rengifo hit into some bad luck again. Twice.
No, the second one was a lazy fly. I mean, it turned into a slide. It turned into a slide, but you got to have more than 75 mile an hour exit velo for it to be.
He laced one for an out earlier.
Yes.
Which he's been doing all season.
It's coming, Tim. We have 5 games. The over-under was a half. The over-under was a half.
It's coming. We got 5 games. He's going to hit a homer.
He's going to hit a homer in this road trip. I can feel it.
At least a homer.
At least a homer on this road trip. I can feel it. I can. Let's keep going on. Well, let's get one more in here. Nate on the north side of Milwaukee. What's going on, Nate?
What's going on, you guys? For me, I just want to call in tonight, and I think as I called in like last year and had a big rant about the bullpen when they were going through their struggles, saying that they set an expectation for what we expect from the bullpen, and it's kind of this year the same thing where they're not meeting that expectation that they have always set. And I was just thinking, like, as I saw Ashby come in, he gave up a run. And then I saw Uribe come in, and he hasn't been the Uribe that I think I would say that he hasn't been better this year than he was last year. But I mean, probably the numbers is probably better this year, but just from the eye test, it doesn't look like he's as effective as he was last year. I've been thinking, like, even though it's only May, Matt Arnold has to look at that bullpen and be like, I need to add something. I need to add an arm in that bullpen. Even if it's just a 6th or 7th inning guy, I need to add another good reliever with Zerpa going down, him throwing out his elbow, and add to that bullpen, because you just look at it and it's like, okay, you got your good young pitching staff in the front with Mizorowski and everybody else, and then say for instance these guys only go 5. Now you have Ashby, okay, but then who's that 7th guy? Mm-hmm. Who's that 7th inning guy? Who's that 6th inning guy? Especially if you're gonna move everybody up one. And I just don't. I mean, the guys that they have now they're doing good, but when it comes down to need to win games, like what happened on with the walk-off, I'm just not very comfortable with what we have in the bullpen right now, and I don't think the Brewers should be comfortable neither.
Well, so Nate, I mean, Rob Z is on rehab as well, so he'll be coming up. Jared Koenig also. You don't either of those arms entice you at all?
Chad Patrick?
Well, Patrick's going to be full time, I think, in the bullpen. Yeah, I like your call on that, Tim.
Koenig for sure. It definitely gets me. It definitely does something for me for that. But I feel like if there's an opportunity to add another arm to there,
yep,
to even be even just like I said, or 6th or 7th inning, just to give those guys a break, give Ashby a break for sure. I feel like with the problems that you run into with the bullpen is when guys when you only can depend on certain guys to do certain high leverage situations, then you got to use them every time. And then when you get into these days where you're playing 15 games in 16 days, and you're not, the power is not there. Clearly, that what we're seeing, the power is not there. Yeah, you can blow somebody out every now and then, but the power is not there to where you're going to blow guys out every night. You got to depend on the bullpen, and you got to have guys who can cover the 6th, the 7th, and the 8th, the 9th, and even the 10th if you need to.
Yep, great call.
We have that to cover that.
Nate, great call. I'm with you 100%. Now, that doesn't mean, Nate, thanks a lot, man.
Thanks, Nate.
I do think they're an arm short still out there. And now, not just any arm, because there's some successful ones out there. DL Hall, Grant Anderson. Okay, they have been successful. I'm saying a lockdown. And I think that's what Nate's referring to. One stud type guy back in there. Can that evolve? I wonder how Chad Patrick, with additional velocity, would be in a bullpen role, in a leverage bullpen role. I'm not saying leverage like McGill and Uribe, but that one tick less leverage. What do you think? I mean, Chad Patrick, he doesn't, it doesn't really, the makeup doesn't say he is, but the Bulldog says he is.
I mean, McGill's a 2-pitch pitcher. You know, I know he doesn't. I know he has a breaking ball, and Chad Patrick really doesn't. But he's got enough stuff that moves. Yeah, it moves a little bit. And I also think that this Brewers team is going to have a decision to make on the rotation is going to get reworked again. Maybe if Crow's going to keep doing this.
Yeah.
So we should talk about that too, because Coleman Crow. We got a text coming in here. Scotty Tiffany.
He's pretty good.
Are we going to keep Crow in the starting rotation? Because now there's an eighth pitcher that could be in this argument.
Viable.
Yes.
Viable. Yeah. Now, to just one last thing to Nate's point. The reason you would want one additional guy out there that is just lights out is because of a younger staff. That's another reason to have that dude back there. This isn't a veteran staff that can get you in and beyond the sixth on a regular basis. These are guys that go 4+, that go 5+. Or 5 flat. So I'm with Nate. I still would love another lockdown arm back in there. All right, Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show live here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Tim Allen, Tommy Wortz, another Brewers win. They're kind of rolling. I'm not going to start singing "It's Beginning to Look a Lot Like Christmas," but if they keep rolling like this, I will. We'll talk Brewers baseball after the break here on what is a pretty happy night. Came late, a couple of runs in the eighth, and a Brewers 3-2 win. Potawatomi Sportsbook post-game show here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. And they, by the way, are powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Tim Allen, Tommy Wortz, and a 3-2 Brewers win. It's a good win. Not as rewarding as yesterday. Yesterday was a rewarding win. Tonight's win, I think an educational win. We're learning more about Coleman Crow.
Oh, yeah.
And Coleman Crow is another guy you can put into that stable of a Logan Henderson. I would say a Chad Patrick, but I won't say that. How about a Robert Gasser? Gasser, Henderson, Crow. I think sort of the same category.
How
right?
many different combinations of Brewers 2027 rotation can you come up with?
Exactly.
I mean, just, oh my goodness. It's hard enough to do it in 26. But another year of all of this, like, I know everyone says these things tend to work themselves out. It sure does not look like that in the Brewers starting pitching rotation.
Harrison is a guy, we may look back at this and do some inventory. Harrison is a guy that picked up with Drone for Monasterio, Siegler, and Caleb Durbin. Crow is a guy you picked up for Tyrone Taylor and Adrian Hauser.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see, Sprout
For Freddie.
For Freddie, and I think that's comparable.
And
I don't think
Tobias
that's a
Myers.
landslide. And Myers, I think, is a tougher loss than people think. I was a Tobias Myers fan and still am. What kind of season is he having?
I'm looking right now, actually, as you say that. Tobias Myers, 3.25 ERA in 27 innings.
So basically out of the pen, or maybe a six man.
It looks like he started one game this year, and he has 15 games.
So it looks like he has remedied what was ailing him in Milwaukee here on the tail end of his tenure here. But I do like Tobias Myers. But again, my point is, when you look at however they're analyzing and assessing young arms, they seem to be doing a really good job doing it.
Yeah, damn right. Let's keep going down the phone lines here. 414-677-1250, the Nicolay Law Talk and text line. Big Ron out in New Jersey. What's up, Big Ron?
What's up, Tommy Wortz and Timmy? How you guys doing tonight?
More important, how you are. What's the deal tonight on you?
Well, man, I called in last Sunday, and I was coming back from my oldest son's graduation.
Yeah.
And now people are going to make fun of me, but my youngest son, so my oldest son has graduated from college at age 22, and my youngest son is in 7th grade. He's 13.
Sweet, nice.
A little bit of a gap, okay.
We're going to call you Big Murphy, Ron, because look at the age gap in the Pat Murphy's kids.
Yeah, he's got more of a gap than I do. He's got me beat by quite a wide way.
I have a 46-year-old sister, Ron, by the way, in case you were wondering.
Is that a
20 year age gap? No, but same dad.
Yeah. Well, good for your dad, man. Yeah. That's great.
I've got a little sister that my youngest little sister was born when I was a junior in high school.
Oh yeah,
okay.
Yeah, that'll
quite the gap.
That's a gap. That's a gap.
That's got to be a half sister too, Tim. No, that's a full sister. 17 years age difference.
Oh yeah. And I have an older brother. Well, I had an older brother, but I have an older sister that's 4 years older than I am. So there's a 20-year gap there too.
Oh my goodness! Well, I know you're part Polish, so that's that Polish Catholic in you, man. That's what that is.
It could
right
be.
there.
It could
Sure.
be.
Yeah.
Could be.
Yeah.
What were we talking about, Ron? Sorry.
You're talking about my 7th grade son and the age gap, but it got off track because it's his freaking 13th birthday today. He's got like 8 kids sleeping over, and they went out to play Ding Dong Ditch because it's an hour later in the East Coast here. So it's like, I don't know what time it is. I'm trying to look at my watch.
10:30 over there. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, 10:30 here. So it's dark. Okay. So they went out to play Ding Dong Ditch. And one of his friends broke a window.
Oh, no.
and this kid's got, he's got some disability, so we'll leave it at that. But I feel so bad for, but the cops are probably, so if the cops come to my house, during this call, I just want to apologize in advance.
If they come to the house, you put them on the phone with me.
All right, I'll say this is my attorney.
This is
Alan.
Tim will
look at Judge James.
No, Tim's gonna pretend to be his dad on the air right here. That's what's gonna happen.
No, I remember those days real quick. My son, raising my son, New Year's Eve was spent at my house, and there would be like anywhere between 6 and 10 kids, and boy, that and when you get them at that age of 11, 12, 13, things can go haywire.
Yeah, and they did go haywire. Is this your son that played college baseball at Northern Illinois? Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Son. Yep.
Yep. And so, look, I just want to give a shout out to Tommy Wortz. I listened to the pregame show today. I love the pregame show. You got me to bet Cody Clemens on his birthday for an anytime home run plus 450. It didn't hit, but it was fun. It didn't hit, but it was fun, and it was a good play. And I was putting it in all my betting chat groups, and they were all like, "Yeah, you got to do that, man. We got to tail that." And also, I love Tommy Wortz for his love of Jake Bauers, and I've called in before on this. I love me some Jake Bauers, and I loved his comparison to Freddie Freeman. He's batting a slightly better average, and he's got 50% more home runs. Let's put it that way. And I called in last week on the tail of my son's graduation, and I said that Murphy was the MVP last week of the series. And when Churios slid in the third, Murphy came out, called that obstruction, got them to call it. If he didn't come out of that dugout, they do not call that. They do not score. You never know how that game turns out.
They may not win the game if that call doesn't get overturned a little bit. That snaked them a couple of times last year. That obstruction thing where you can't block the bag, guys.
Yeah, weren't they at the minor league park in Tampa when that happened? Weren't they at Steinbrenner when it went down? Yeah, that was a bunch of garbage last year. I remember that.
And they had the same call called on them last year.
Yeah. Yes.
I think it was a Durbin play last year.
All right. Now, look, I know I've been long, so I'm going to leave you with 2 quick tidbits. First tidbit, I did the extrapolation. Aaron Ashby's 8-0. That translates to 31 games, 31 wins in 162 games series.
I mean, Big Ron, if he goes 31-0, he's going to win the Cy Young, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, either him or Miz. Him and Miz are going to finish one.
They're going to steal votes.
Yeah. By the way, all your bettors go out there and bet Miz to win the Cy Young. He's going to win it. He's like plus 800 right now.
So there's still value on that.
140.
Wow.
Yeah, there's still value. Skeens is a heavy favorite. There's another heavy favorite after Skeens. I forget. Maybe
but Miz was 26-1 like last week when I told everyone to do it when Luis was on. Remember, Tim?
Yep.
Oh, to Tommy Wortz again, man.
That's right.
That Cody Clemens, Miz. But he's still you can still get good value at 8-1 on it, and that's ridiculous. 8-1. It's the true odds are like 2-1. This guy is like out of his mind. As long as he stays healthy, he's out of his mind. And the second thing I said I had a tidbit is you bet the Miz first 5 innings under opponent's runs. So it's going to be 1.5. You have to pay a premium over 100 to win 100, but it's just a home run. He's not going to give up 2 or more runs many times this year.
He's just gassing too much high velo early on in his starts. It's just amazing.
With the curveball, the boot. You can't just gas velo. You know that. Even 103, 104. So, yeah. So, all right, man, I'll hang up and listen to the rest of the show. You guys have a great weekend.
Thanks, Big Ron.
Big Ron, yeah, one of our gambling experts out on the East Coast.
Man,
he came into town, I want to say it was last year, came to one of the band gigs.
Yeah.
And we ended up having some beers and shots. He's a good dude.
Yeah.
Good guy.
Well, speaking of beers and shots, Kenny, what's going on, Kenny?
I've done some with him, too.
Well, let's get it started the right way, boys.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that kind of sounded like a Minnesota crack, though. It didn't sound as good.
That almost sounded like the old pull tabs that you just pulled right off the can.
Well, hold on. Now those were the classics, Tim.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah, when you had to rip off a pull tab and you could still, oh God, you could cut somebody's throat with one of those. I mean, geez,
You could. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
I've cut my fingers on those things.
Oh yeah, that's classic. I actually kind of miss those because sometimes you need those when you were sitting in the bleachers in County Stadium, depending upon who the hell you were sitting next to.
Well, with County Stadium, they had the old. Remember the old cups, and you would just hear popping cups the whole tail half of the ninth inning, and then when the game was over, you'd still hear. You flip the cups over and stamp on them, and there'd just be pops all throughout throughout the post game show. You'd be hearing those pops.
Yeah. So what they were called Stadium Sport Cups, and they had like this goofy like a plastic coating on them or what. Yeah, it was really weird, but yeah. So that kind of went back to like when I saw Jerry Augustine. I said, Jerry, remember when they used to have Augie and a doggy night for $1? You could get an Augsburger beer and a hot dog for $1, Tommy.
Oh man,
Augie and dog.
How low did you get when? What's the lowest denomination of change you could put in and get a gumball out of a machine in your life, Ken?
5 cents.
Tim had a penny and multiple came out back in the day.
You asked me who was the last one to win 30 games.
Dude, that was insane.
God.
Yeah, that was great. So by the way, Big Ron did the math on 31. Denny McClain, we're way away if Aaron Ashby was going to win 30 games, okay? But Denny McClain is the last pitcher to win 30 games in 1968, and Tim Allen pulled it in a break. I mean, I asked him, and he was like, I don't even know. Denny McClain? Yeah, of course, because everyone knows that. Who won the 1968 Cy Young, Tim? Right. Yeah. All right, continue on, Ken.
It should have been Bob Gibson, but there was a big tuffle about that, too.
All right. Now, let's get back to the reality of – let's get back to what transpired today, right? You can't sweep a team if you don't win the first game.
Well, and you're in such a better situation. You win that first game to take the series. And I still think, it's tough to sweep a team. And we can make predictions, and sometimes we hit them. Like they're going to sweep them. And, oh, man, Tim got it, or Kenny got it, or Tommy got it. But take that series.
It's all about winning series. I said this time and time again. It's all about winning series. But when you win that first game, it takes the pressure off your team. It gives you opportunity. It gives you options as a manager to do things that maybe you wouldn't necessarily do. Now, case in point, when you look at what Coleman Crow did tonight, it just gave your pitching staff more opportunities, okay? So it gives your bullpen rest. It gives your guys so much more. And going back to one of your callers that was talking about the pitching staff and middle relief, there is so much more that's coming up. We're only 40-some games into the season. We have been limping along based upon injury. The fact of the matter is this is one of the best, if not the best, pitching staff in baseball because of what is coming and the knowns. There's so many knowns.
Speaking of that pitching staff and middle relief, correct me if I'm wrong. Bryce Wilson was 24. Was he under? He was under Murph, right?
He might have been 23. Let me look right here. I got it.
Just take a peek to see if Bryce Wilson was.
Oh yeah, he made it to 24. Yeah, okay. He was 23 and 24.
Okay, because when you think about how Murphy handles a bullpen, it doesn't seem like it's conducive for Murph to have that by definition long man. I don't think he likes long man because he's just going to try and win tonight. He doesn't give a crap about any of that. Bryce Wilson did a great job for him. That was a transition from Counsell, and I think Chad Patrick could be that guy by definition, couldn't he? He could be that long man that could go every 3 days or so and give you some length and mop up duty if you need it. But I don't think Murph manages that way, guys. I don't.
Well, let me give you some better insight in terms of, I believe, what Murph's looking to do. And he's looking to have 3, 4, 5 horses as middle relief. And what he's doing is he's ramping this up as the season's going to go on. Like I said, we're only 40-some games into the season. What people have to realize is that the depth that we have in pitching, in the bullpen, even with our two closers that are interchangeable, there is so much upswing to what this team has. It's incredible. What they need to really work on, and I truly believe that this is what Matt Arnold is looking at, and he's saying, we need better offense, okay? We have great pitching. We have tremendous pitching, but we need better offense. Tonight we were 2 for 11 at one point in time with runners in scoring position. We got the job done. Great. You got a fabulous win, and they're doing what they're doing. They're treading water during a lot of injuries, and they're 2.5 games out, and we're going to be playing the Cubs next week, which is, in itself, oh God, I can't wait. But the reality of what this team is doing and has been able to do and keep themselves as a division winner for the last couple of years, and where they've been positioned throughout these last few years has been fabulous.
I want to skip the Cubs series. Can we skip the Cubs series?
No, they're going to sweep the Cubs. They're going to absolutely jam it right down there.
Aaron Ashby's going to win all 3 games in that series.
No. But seriously, this Brewer team with a busted leg going against the payroll that the Cubs have, I can't wait to see them stuff it up their backside in Chicago. But first things first, Murph manages game by game, and that's what makes him so exceptional and why he's won the Manager of the Year 2 years in a row. This is what's spectacular about this team.
If this keeps going, it's going to be 3 in a row.
Well, it is, and the fact of the matter is that this will be 3 in a row with the World Series win, and this team is going to not only eclipse 99 wins, but they're going to win the division, the pennant, and the World Series. Stick around, folks. It's going to get really exciting as we get into August.
They better hit better. I will say, or at least Kenny. Thank you, man.
Thanks,
Good conversation. I think that they need to be more consistent. I think that's it. They're scoring runs. They got a good run differential. They're winning games.
Sure,
they're doing what they got to do, but you can't just disappear when your pitchers are just doing dynamite. Well, I don't know. We'll talk more after the break. We'll get to Pat Murphy and a lot more coming up. That Nicolay Law Talk and text line 414-677-1250. Tim Allen, Tommy Wortz, Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show after a 3-2 win as we sit here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. All right, welcome back. Potawatomi Sportsbook post-game show live here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. As always, you can count on us after the Brewers game to talk some Brewers baseball. There'll be a little shifting of the guard here and there. For example, interesting combo platter tomorrow night with Tommy Wortz and Steve Sparky Pfeiffer on the post-game show.
Yeah, we have post-game show history together.
You do.
Green Bay football post-game show after each and every Packers game.
Yep.
We've done that for 2 years now together here on this show.
I thought you were going to surprise me thinking you did a Brewers
No. Oh my God. He doesn't trust me with that kind of practice run. No, there's just no way he's going to let me lead the show, right?
He should let you lead the
there's
show
no
tomorrow.
way he's going to let me. No, he's not. Sparky's way above screening calls. He ain't screening calls.
Nicolay Law talking text line 414-677-1250. You let Sparky know tomorrow night when I'm at a band event that Tommy's going to run the ship. He's going to steer the ship.
No shot. No way. No way. He ain't screening calls.
Sparky's taking the two chair.
he's too corporate
You're in the
now.
quarterback position.
Oh man, no, he's gonna be like, I'm under center. That's what it is.
No,
I'm the center and he's under.
Okay, not only is he going to screen calls, but he's also going to produce the promo.
Oh, he's doing the promo.
The game recap.
He is doing the promos.
He's going to produce them all.
Game
he's
recap.
Not just going to voice them.
If he's in the host chair, he's doing the game recaps.
And he's going to produce them.
Yes. And
yes. Okay.
And 3 Wisconsin Sports Daily Sunday special promos.
If you guys only knew. If you only knew.
Yeah.
All right, maybe we'll get into it later on this year. But, all right, still an hour to go as we're talking Brewers baseball tonight. Plenty of room for you if you want to participate in the show. The Brewers get the 3-2 victory to take game 1 of this 3-game weekend series. Coleman Crow impresses once again. Now with overpowering stuff. He's a pitcher, not a thrower, right? We'll talk more after the break here. Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show live tonight after the victory in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios.
fans, the game is over. Welcome to the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show. Bet above the rest. Only at the Potawatomi Sportsbook, Milwaukee. After the last pitch, you've made the switch for 21 seasons. We'll hear from the manager, the players, and the highlights from the game. It's time to talk about the game and the team with Tim Allen and Tommy Wortz on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
A 3-2 win. The Brewers get it in Minnesota. And did you see and hear a lot of Brewer fans at Target tonight? That was cool.
Oh, yeah. That was awesome. Carrie and Tosa. Tommy, you run the show tomorrow. Sparky is just a guest. Also, head to Target Field on Sunday with my son. Go Brewers. 262. Also says Jake the Rake. I'm going to take that as an endorsement for me as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But that's cool. You're not far. Wisconsin's not far from Minneapolis, St. Paul. So that's not traveling a long distance, but it is cool. I could hear the Let's Go Brewer chants all over the place at Target.
It's also an awesome park. I mean, it really is. I've done this. I talked about it on Leadoff and on Crosby's show today. It might be my favorite visiting stadium I've ever been to for any sport.
And a lot of people are saying, why wasn't there a dome built on it?
Yeah, I understand that with the logic of Minnesota. And if you are now the Twins in a similar boat as the Brewers, when you are the Brewers and you put a dome on it, now you can come from anywhere in the state and know that there will be a baseball game in Milwaukee, right? Minnesota.
Did that really prevent people from coming though? I mean, in big numbers.
I mean, it shows that you have some sort of consideration at least for the rest of the state.
Sure, but if you have some bus trips coming down from Eau Claire or something, are they not going to go because of the forecast? I didn't think so, but if you live in Racine or Kenosha and you say, hey, let's go to the ball game, we don't have tickets, we'll get them there. That could, the weather could prevent you from going, and it has me. So maybe there are more numbers that are affected by the weather than I think.
Well, and again, Minnesota is getting the exact same weather as Milwaukee is.
Well, it's not worse.
Yeah, probably. And that's not the case, right? They didn't put a roof on it. And the last one they did just exploded anyway. So who cares, right?
Yeah, that's true. Got ripped apart or whatever.
Yeah, right. What was that, like 2012, 2010 when the Metrodome roof got blown up, something like that?
It just tore open.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was an insane video when it happened. You just see all the snow come crushing through the middle of the entire thing. That was unreal. But I still think that we probably got more people listening here on the post game. So if you want to tell us, 414-677-1250, Nicolay Law Talk and text line. If you want to call in or text in your favorite visiting ballparks, where you've been. I would like to know where you've been. All right. Because we've done bucket lists, I feel like, on here. I would love to know, endorse your favorite visiting ballparks, 414-677-1250, because I will go to bat for Target Field all day.
And where would Maryvale Baseball Park be on that?
If I could go above American Family, I would.
Okay.
But yeah, especially the nachos. The nachos are great there. They give out fair jalapeno portions, I've heard, as well. On top of
Isn't that something?
It's so
Their burritos in the media tent are just to die for.
Yeah. Die. Emphasis on the die. Oh, great. Yeah. Well, you got to spend a little money to go to these places, and I know you wanted to talk about money, Tim Allen.
Yeah, you do. And yeah, if you want to throw your parks in there too, I thought Chase Field was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, in Arizona over there. That's another retractable, right?
I don't think so.
Does it open?
I don't think it does. I don't think so.
I've always wanted to go to Colorado and PNC. Those were another one that in Pittsburgh, just always feels good.
Wrigley's awful.
I'm going for the first time this year. I will be there in September. I've toured Fenway. I've never gone to a game at Fenway. I would go to the new Miami place just because it would probably be the closest I'd ever get to being on a major league ball field just during a game, because no one goes to the game. Busch and Kansas City were the two answers I think I got at the end of pregame. Kansas City, another Kauffman, right? Is that what they are? I can't even remember the names because all these sponsors come and change now all the time too.
A lot of the broadcasters will say Giants out in San Francisco.
Oh yeah, Oracle, old AT&T, right? Yeah, the Bay right there is a good one.
Beautiful.
I went to old Texas, not new Texas, when you could run out on the berm for the home runs.
Yeah.
I went to a game in 2019 because I knew it was the last year they were there. Camden Yards, PNC, and Yankee Stadium come in from the 918. Baltimore, you ever been out there or any Yankee Stadium trips? No. I think Yankee Stadium, I kind of wish it was old Yankee Stadium. You know what I mean? Now that they got a new one, I don't have any interest in going.
But that's what Dodger Stadium is to me. It's just that classic feel, which I don't get at Wrigley.
Oh, okay.
Now, I having never been to Fenway, I would assume I'd feel just like Dodger Stadium. Just you can kind of feel the heritage.
Sure.
At those parks, which I didn't. Maybe it's because my hatred of the Cubs is why I don't feel it at Wrigley. Now, is White Sox guaranteed rate? That's the old new Comiskey, right? They haven't built a new one since then.
The White Sox?
Yeah.
It's like first guaranteed rate field or something now. Yeah.
Rate.
Yeah.
So, but that's old Comiskey Park.
Yeah.
There's only been that one, right? Because I've been to this one here. Really steep. When you get up into the upper decks, oh man, you're looking straight down.
I will always also endorse Angels Stadium. That was a fantastic experience and the best idea ever in architecture history. They have like ramps that just go down to the parking lot on every level that open in the seventh inning.
That's right. You were telling me about that.
Yeah, it's just genius. It's just genius. Every time I have to bring it up, every time. I got a couple here coming in, a lot coming in now. We got Globe Life is crazy. I went to the new Busch Stadium some years back. It's awesome. That comes in on the 414. Cool. Also in Arizona. Another 918 said you're in left field on that one for Miami. Chase Field is retractable from Cary and Tosa. Okay. They only open it when it is below 80 degrees. And I believe they said on the tour, which means it basically never gets open. That's why.
That reminded me of American Family Field. Chase did. And for whatever reason, it just reminded me of that.
Another one here, sat 20 rows behind home plate at Fenway. That was an amazing experience from Cactus Pete.
That I bet is cool.
Yeah, that one's got to be awesome here. Looking around here, looks like that's the other one. Yeah, but
what about Great American Ballpark?
Citizens Bank is also on there. That's Phillies, right? Yeah. Great American, that's Cincinnati, Reds, right? Yeah.
Reds, yeah.
That one does look cool too. And my favorite fact about that is supposedly, it might be not even a fact. It's probably just like a wives' tale, but supposedly the what is it? Okay, dude, this is gonna sound really dumb, Tim. Is it the Ohio River that's behind him there? What river is there? Missouri River, it's not the Mississippi, I know that much.
No,
but there's a river there. It's one of the famous ones, and I'm sure a texter will help me out in a second here.
Not the Allegheny.
No, that's
Pittsburgh.
Yes. There's a river, and anyway, it separates the border of Ohio and Kentucky. Yep. And because Adam Dunn hit one into the river, then he is the only player to hit a baseball across state lines. like that one. Just imagining that happening is hilarious. Like you could say that to a pitcher where it's like, I literally hit it in another state.
It's like Bowers hitting it to Waukegan.
Well, Jake's going to do that this year in Cincinnati at some point. Yeah, Jake's going to hit one into Kentucky.
Trickles down to Gurney.
Yeah, it's going to land on a piece of driftwood and just keep going all the way over there. That's exactly. He could hit one to Kentucky now, maybe even there as well.
Paducah, Kentucky, in that area.
Paducah?
Yeah, have you been there?
No,
What's the city that has the big Superman statue? The big Metropolis.
Metropolis?
The big Metropolis. This big, goofy-looking Superman thing. I want to say it's Paducah. Maybe not.
Paducah. Superman statue, Paducah, Kentucky. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's the world's largest Superman statue. That's in Metropolis, Illinois.
Okay, it's the Illinois side.
Okay, all right, yeah.
Just dumb.
Well,
I don't know.
You don't get down for a giant Superman statue?
No, not really.
By the way, 919 is Justin in North Carolina, so he's chiming in now. Been to Wrigley and used the trough. Came in from the 414.
Me too.
Wow, good for you, Tim. DC is good. Also, Tampa is the worst. I think that was always like kind of known, right? Tampa and Oakland were the two worst ones, I guess. Petco is on here somewhere. I can't remember. I got to find out who said that, but that's another one that I heard is amazing. Petco in San Diego. Yeah.
It's crazy. Wrigley, it's just an accident waiting to happen. I haven't told this story in a while, maybe 2 or 3 times over the 20 years of this show. I don't think you've ever heard this one. So I took some listeners, you knew that, to opening day, Wrigley Field. I don't even guess the year. I was working for a rock station, and I had to take a bunch of winners to a Cardinals-Cubs opening day game at Wrigley.
Oh, God.
And I was the host.
What a terrible draw.
I know that. On the bus, I had to, do a bunch of trivia and giveaways and nonsense. But anyway, I was the bookie in the bleachers, because I had to find a way to be interested in the game.
Right.
So we just gamble on the game, and that at least kept me interested, because I could care less.
Right.
About that. When I was coming out of the park, though, I came around the corner, and obviously a day game. Sun was going down. I put my arm up to block the sun from my eyes, Tommy, and my elbow accidentally hit a dude. And he did not like that at all.
Oh, wow. That guy's probably a real nice guy.
No, he didn't like that. And he's like, what do you do? Just big puffy muscles and all this. He was he was Wrigley security. And he's trying to throw fists at me.
Yeah.
And here, by this time, I've made a bunch of friends. Half the bus were my friends that won money off me, and the other half.
Yeah, were like, go ahead, do it the entire time. Right. Yeah.
And that's just a horrible experience. I want to say that might have been my first time at Wrigley.
Okay. All right. Ashley, by the way, saying Petco Park. I got you.
Ashley is?
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Keep going there, Tim. Sorry.
But so I almost got in a big fight with a security guard of all people.
Well, I mean, our friends Dennis and Lynn, like they probably square up in the team store every once in a while when people act out. I can imagine Dennis throwing a couple haymakers when he gets bumped in the head.
Well, that's we were in the fan shop. That's the day we discovered our boy, Lou James Groover.
Yeah, dude. Lou James is going to get to play in a retractable roof stadium, and it's not going to be in Chase Field. Okay, come on. I mean, will it to happen? Will it to happen?
If I get time tomorrow, I'm going to order some Lou James Groover baseball cards. I am. So
he's got to have a signature cleat by now, right? We've done enough for him at that point.
We took a look at his prices of his cards. They're a little bit higher than we thought.
They were not cheap. They were like $50-$60, right? For the signed stuff or whatever it was.
I mean, I got 3 Timmy Allen cards. Memphis Grizzlies, Timmy Allen. Yeah. But we look the same. It's a big black dude.
Was it Was it the same penny that you put in the gumball machine you got them for?
They were. I think I got 4 of them for $9 or something. Seriously. But these Lou James Groover cards, by the way, those of you that aren't aware, we just adopted him. He's a Diamondback minor leaguer and was at American Family Fields of Phoenix. And he was in the lineup, and we just adopted him. He's our guy.
He's our guy.
And would he fit well in a Brewers uniform? We didn't know this, but as it turns out, it looks like he would.
Yeah, he's an 800 OPS, 300 hitter at AAA at third base. Why not?
Sneaky little trade, Matt Arnold.
It would be if Matt Arnold trades for Lou James Groover, he listens to the show. It's confirmed.
For sure.
He might already listen, but if
Yes.
Lou James Groover is a Brewer, you know why. You know why. That was he got put on his radar from us. Not his scouting department, no one else who can read a box score, but it was us who got Lou James Groover to Milwaukee. Another one from the 303. Never saw old Yankee Stadium, but went to Crew opening day last year. They did a great job making it feel historic and connected to the through line of history. I could take or leave all the others except for Coors in Denver, where I live. Beautiful place to nap.
How much was it? Can I ask? Drop us a text. Opening day at Yankee Stadium last year?
Yeah, and he lives in Denver. This guy is yeah.
I'm gonna guess you paid about I don't even
400 a ticket.
I was gonna say 5.
Okay. That in my head, yeah, I think that are you sitting in a seat you would want to sit in, or the cheapest
Just
seat?
Get in the ballpark.
Getting in the building, 500. Yeah. Oof, that would be crazy for the Yankees. They haven't won anything since 2010.
It's been a while.
Yeah. What do you charge all that?
I like that though. It's a lot like going to American Family Field when you can see some of the history and heritage. I touched on that with Grindle today, earlier today on the afternoon show, about how the Brewers have done a nice job of incorporating that heritage and history. That's super cool, that wall of honor. But as the texter said there, if you walked into Yankee Stadium and it still gave you that feel and, that history of, the Bronx Bombers and what names and historically, I mean, look at the number of jersey numbers that are retired for the New York Yankees.
Well, and that's why I say it with like Fenway. You could be a big leaguer, right? And you go play at Fenway, and you can say I'm standing in like the same batter's box Babe Ruth stood in, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and Yankee Stadium had that, and then they got a new one, right? You don't get that anymore. You built it in a new spot. It's not the same building. You tore the old one down. You didn't build it in the same spot. You built it next to it. Like at Fenway, I know they can do some remodels and they can, add additions and redo the seats. However it is, like, it's not the same if you tear away that history. It just doesn't. It doesn't do that in that way.
And what did County Stadium get?
No one said County Stadium yet.
Hellfair Field.
Oh, right.
There's the heritage there.
Yeah, all the 8-year-olds that get to relive the days.
That is so cool for those kids.
Oh, yeah. I never got to play there, but that's got to be out. Standing in the same spot Rob Piccolo stood in, like,
exactly.
I mean, come on.
You can't. Bill Schroeder caught right there. No, it a lot of times if you're going to build the new park, I get it. Times change. You got to have the experience going, not to sound like Mark Atanasio at all, but that's part of it for the casual fans. There's got to be more than just the ball game there. You can't make it a dog and pony show at a park, but I do think, and you're going to disagree, I just have a feeling. We've never talked about this before, but I believe that every park should have on the field the same dimensions.
Oh God!
Do whatever you want to do in the stands, the architecture, how many grandstands you want. If you want the bleachers to be a little bit bigger, how many levels do you want? Ramps, as you said. If you want, whatever you want to throw out along the sides or the infrastructure itself. But, shouldn't a football field be the same in every stadium? Oh, it is. I guess it is. Every stadium. Look at that. How about a basketball court? Shouldn't it be the same for everybody everywhere? Oh, it is. Imagine that.
Oh,
look at that.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you hate originality, Tim. That's fine.
Well, no, I'm talking. Yeah. Do what you want with the stadium.
No, that's not the same. That's not the same. That's not in the spirit of baseball, Tim Allen.
You had down in Houston,
Denny
you had
McClain.
to run up a hill?
No, Denny McClain ain't winning.
outfield?
If he's playing 31 games at Old Tiger Stadium, he ain't winning all 31 of them in a different park all over the place.
1968,
Yeah.
mind
Okay.
you.
Come on, man. Like that's not the spirit of baseball. We talk about dumb baseball rule. How about obstruction? Dumb baseball rule that he got to go and score home, even though he never tried to today. But they just gave the Brewers a run today. Another dumb baseball rule.
Could be.
Any park, do what you want within these parameters.
That goofy looking big. Hold on a second here. Wait a second. That wall is only that far away. Oh, but it's a huge wall. You got to hit it over that big thing and over there.
Come on, Polo Grounds, Tim. You didn't think that
it's
was
568 feet to dead center.
Yeah. And Jake could get it there on a good poke, maybe. I don't know.
Down in Houston, you got to run up a hill to catch a fly
Dude,
ball.
The hill was so.
You got a flagpole in the middle of the field? Are you kidding me?
The hill was so bad. It was good though. Like that. It was so dumb
to watch those players run up a hill and then they just get gimpy and they get short real quick.
Well, I just remember, like, I can't not think of Lance Berkman, which why the hell was he playing center field also? And him running up the hill and like falling as he catches the ball.
Yes.
I can see that play clear as day. Flagpole in the middle of the field was crazy. Yeah, that's
nuts.
That probably should have been vetoed. That in action, which I don't even know. Like, I think it could hit it, and it was like the ball. It's a ground rule double if it was above the wall, but it was in play if it hit it or something. I can't remember the rules on
I
it.
thought Sexton hit a ball off that pole.
Off the pole? Really?
That flagpole,
Well,
yeah.
we'll have to see. The 303 says, daughter lived in Brooklyn, so we were planning a visit. Had to join Yankee ticket lists and bought at face as soon as they dropped. Couple hundred for the right field foul.
Oh, not bad. A few hundred.
Yeah.
Okay, because I paid $250 at Pop to go see the Eagles.
Okay.
The rock band.
Right.
So that's not bad for a Yankee opening day, huh?
That's not bad. I would say that what's one then? So is Fenway the number one on your bucket list then?
I would say, yeah.
Yeah, probably just as a baseball guy. That's probably the right answer. I don't think I got any other ones I feel too strongly about.
Because that has just such tradition and it's just classic. And I know a lot of people think that way about Wrigley. The same exact sentiment. It's just classic and it's got heritage and history. I just can't do it. I don't think I'll ever set foot in that stadium again. Now for work, if they make me,
we're getting booked a remote there now just because you said that, guaranteed.
Who knows what's going to happen in the future? I mean, if we ever work for the radio network or do some TV or do something, I mean, we are connected. Well, you're connected, Tommy. We know big people in Chicago.
Yeah.
But if I'm made to do it, I'll do it. If it's my choice, there's no way I ever want to set foot at Wrigley again. Even if the Brewers are playing there, I just don't want to be there.
No.
In fact, I'll go you one further. I wouldn't care if the Brewers never played the Cubs again. Ever.
Oh, come on. Gosh.
I'm telling you, I hate them.
You are so soft. I'm
afraid of the heartbreak.
Only
with the Cubs.
Do you think that if we knocked you out and then you woke up, you could tell, like, just from the vibe that you would be in Wrigley versus anywhere else in the world?
Yes, blindfold me. Yes, I would be able to tell.
All right, yeah, okay.
But again, it's just such. I know Murphy told me this on the air. Pat Murphy said to me this on the air 3 years ago. You do need to seek help with your hatred of the Cubs.
Well, that's because he's best boys with Counts. He can't turn his back on Craig.
Well, this was pre-Cub Council.
Okay.
This was pre, and I'm like, no, I can't help it.
No,
I just there's no doctor in the world that could cure that. All right. We're going to hear from Pat Murphy. Speaking of which, on the other side here, Brewers beat the Twins. We're talking stadiums tonight. Just a little something fun and loose on a Friday night, as Mother Nature has flipped the on switch onto summer, which is really cool, and you can tell that because when you step outside in my neighborhood, For some reason, they think it's 4th of July and there's fireworks going on.
Oh, God.
Okay, isn't that fun? All right, we'll hear from Murph up next. Potawatomi Sportsbook post-game show live here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios after a Game 1 win in Minnesota, 3-2 the final.
The game is over, and it's time to hear from the skipper on the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show with Tim Allen and Tommy Wortz on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
At some point, I think it's a crappy way to lose a run if I'm on the other side. So I know what Shelton's feeling. I had that feeling last year or the year before, whatever it was. But I just think we need more clarity, and there's no reason. I mean, I always brag about how great MLB is about the rules. I mean, they do a great job of adjustments in the game and all the things they brought to the game. This particular rule needs to be reviewable because it is whether it should be, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, if the guy has a chance to be safe and he was kept from getting to the base, then it's, and there might be an inadvertent, but if he was kept from getting the base and otherwise would have been safe, why not review it? You know, or maybe they just did. Maybe they did their best to do that together. You know.
And how do you think this one would have turned out?
I didn't see it. I have no idea. No idea.
You're out there pretty quick though. You jumped out of the dugout.
Yeah. I had a flashback of Tampa.
How many times have you read that rule?
How many times have I read it? I've had it read to me because I don't read well. That was sarcastic. I probably don't compared to the average dude, but I've had it read to me.
What about the way Coleman Crow pitched in? He called it a spot start tonight.
Wow. He's 2 for 2 for me, man. It reminds me of Henderson last year. You know, the guy just kept coming up and kept giving us great outings. It's really fun knowing his injury history and whatever he, pitched really well.
JB said it's fun to play behind him just because of his tempo and he's in control. And like, how much does that matter?
It does
especially
matter.
for a young guy.
It does matter, especially in today's game. Guys go out there and throw 83 pitches in 4 innings, and you're like, God, every guy's 3-2, whatever, and this kid goes out there and just attacks. It was great. God, he's a likable kid too. Really is.
You called it the spot start before the game, as you said.
Yeah.
Obviously, with your pitching situation, you probably can't change your plans, but does it make you think?
Well, it makes you know you have a reliable guy when needed, and history tells us he's going to be needed.
It seemed like you guys had a plan to be aggressive with Joe Ryan early, go get him, and not. Was that about not letting him work ahead or having a feeling what he'd throw early in counts?
Yeah, I mean that guy's good. You know what I mean? And he exploits weaknesses really easily. I don't think he gets enough credit for how good he is, and he's always been good against us. And I know we have a different team every year, a little bit different team every year. He'll say different, but anyway, he was really, really good. But that was not the plan to just go after him. No, but we were a little bit more aggressive. And again, I mean, we didn't do damage against him, And it's like, we had opportunities to score many more runs.
Who gave the crew some breathing room? What play was it? It's time for the insurance run of the game. Brought to you by G2 Insurance, your friend in insurance. On the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show with Tim Allen and Tommy Wortz on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
I'll take it away on this one, Tim.
Oh, yeah, you got this one.
G2 Insurance Services, your friend in insurance. No introduction needed for this 8th inning insurance run.
Bowers to right center. It's headed towards the gap and up against the wall. Terang will score. Contreras held at third. It's a double for Bowers, and the Brewers have the lead.
They surprised they didn't go with the lefty against Bowers there.
Yeah, I was too, Rock. Yep. They didn't respect the man. They didn't respect him. And they got burned by a G2 Insurance run. In sports, you want a teammate who's been there before in Wisconsin. That teammate is G2 Insurance Services. They aren't just an agency. They are your friend in insurance. Whether you're a business owner needing a specialized BOP or a homeowner protecting your family, G2 builds relationships on honesty and value. From auto and home to complex commercial coverage, Tom and the team at G2 have been the neighborhood pros since 2004. Don't get caught without a game plan. Call G2 Insurance Services today at 262-784-0644 or visit g2ins.com.
You heard from Pat Murphy there. I think something similar to what we feel occasionally. He was talking about, scoring runs or lack thereof, and he had just that sigh in there. He had that. Now, we always poke fun, tongue in cheek. You guys know we love this baseball team, both of us, and we all do. But we always joke around that it's, boy, occasionally and more times than we'd like to admit even, it's almost painful seeing the Brewers score some runs occasionally. It just is. It's just never just that legit what you just heard there. A Jake Bauers rocks a rocket double, okay? Or how about a 3-run double? How about a 3-run homer, a 2-run, double, whatever. And you heard Murph in there just sort of take that heavy breath and sigh, and he knows it. He's just because we're not in that dugout and we're not a member of the team doesn't mean that we're not feeling or read the same things he does. We're reading what he does too in this case. They have to score more runs legitimately. They have to start hitting better. I mean, by pure definition, literal hitting better. Hit the ball, not get it in play, or not move the runner over, get him on, get him over, get him in. And that's good at times, no question. But again, just a little bit of feelings there let out by Murph. That was interesting.
Yeah, I mean, he's watching the same game we're watching, Tim.
Right.
You can tell it's not actually painful to watch. You can tell it's like painful to play in. Like, you're just like, God, if they could get past. I heard a stat today that in games in which David Hamilton records a hit,
12-2, I believe.
14-3.
14-3. Okay.
14-3. Mitch Nellis gave me the tip on that one from what he had heard. But 14-3 in games in which David Hamilton gets a hit. And that makes me think, just bunt every time you are up at the plate. Like, why do I don't need to watch him swing. I don't need to watch him swing. Like, if he swings all year, 2 home runs, if that. Like, is that what we're wondering? Like, is David, if you put the over under on 4.5, I was going to say 4.5 home runs, is anyone taking the over on David Hamilton?
Probably not.
No, there's no way he's hitting 5 home runs this year. There's no shot. Now,
no.
Renhefo, you take the over on 4.5. That's going to happen.
That will happen.
That will happen. But it hasn't to this point. And Joey Ortiz found one before Luis Renhefo did. There's just like all of that just sounds painful having this conversation.
See, and that's the thing. And that's why I know this offense is going to be better. They will be better. I mean, and again, they're not going to be great. Don't get me wrong. They're not going to be world beaters. But they're going to be better, and they're going to be considered a good offense. It's just something is a little funky with them right now. They're winning games, and we love it. They're 25-17. It doesn't feel like that based on the offense. Based on the
they
pitching.
actually should be better, too.
They should be, in theory, better.
Yes.
Yes.
They should probably have 28 wins this year.
Probably.
Yeah. Like give them 3 more wins along the way.
It's not going to surprise me if in the near future, meaning now, a run now, while they're pitching well, if the offense gets on a roll of legitimate, hitting, it wouldn't surprise me if they trade places with the best record in baseball in the next month or so. Now, that's a big if, though, Tommy. It is. It's a big if, and some people say that's, it's wishful thinking, but, you got guys like Bryce Terang, William Contreras, Andrew Vaughn,
Jacob
Christian
Mizorowski.
Yelich. Jackson Churio. This offense is going to be a little bit better. They will be. At the very least, a little bit better. I mean, they're not that far off of really, as you said, close to 30 wins here. So let's see what happens. But my point is, you heard it from Murph in there. His first almost acknowledgement of, we got to get this offense going here. These nail biters are killing us. But they get the win, and that's the main thing. A 3-2 final in Minnesota, game one of this 3-game weekend series. We're going to rewind, and we'll choose that year. It may surprise you. It won't be 1901, though. I can tell you that.
Okay.
That much I do know. All right. We'll rewind and see what the Brewers did on this day in their history. There's Tommy Wortz, Tim Allen. A couple of minutes left here. Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Well, he might not be Denny McClain, but he is winning a bunch of baseball games. That's Aaron Ashby. Got the win tonight. His record now 8-0 out of the pen. After a Brewers 3-2 victory to take game one of this 3-game series in Minnesota against the Twins. You accomplished the goal going into the series, win one of these first two, and you got to pop on Sunday to win a series. So tomorrow could be, maybe you get a win, offense maybe busts out, and you get a little cruising speed to victory, but that's not how the Brewers do it. They got to have just a nail-biter, excruciating at times.
I can't believe the bases weren't loaded in the ninth inning.
Something was going to happen in that ninth inning. I don't know what prevailed, but it didn't. It was a 1-2-3 frame for McGill. Uribe into a little bit of trouble, and who thought, base hit and walk sound familiar with one out? It was almost identical. But no 3-run homer in this case. It was a ground ball double play. See how fickle baseball can be? That could have happened in game 2 against the Padres the other night.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was Bell coming up too, who torches the Brewers.
Yes.
I mean, another guy who I believe in pregame when I was looking, he was 310 career hitter against the Brewers, like 980 OPS guy.
I've wanted him in a Brewers uniform for years.
Switch hitter, played first base,
hitter.
right? Yeah, a little bit of pop, but like just good approach. Feels like all the time. Yeah,
good veteran.
Yeah. I get it. It was they got Carlos Santana that one year. That's decent. That's damn near the same thing, right?
Yep. All right, so let's rewind.
Let's do it. I have the date. However, I was not alive. I just went back to 1988 for you, Tim Allen. They played the Cleveland Indians at the time. Okay, Guardians now. We get it. Leading off, Paul Molitor. He went 0 for 4 on the day. Brewers won 9-5 thanks to home runs from Robin Yount and Joey Meyer in the game.
Joey Meyer.
Greg Brock was at first base, had a nice day, went 2 for 5. Jim Adducci, Tim.
Jim Adduci.
What number was Jim Adduci?
Oh, man. Greg Brock, I believe, was 9.
Okay.
Adduci? Oh, boy.
Greg Brock was 9.
Adduci was 15 or 16?
14.
Okay.
You were right there. Adduci also in 86 was number 9, funny enough. Yeah, so just before Brock got there.
What goes into changing from 9 to 14? I get 99 to 14 from spring camp or something.
Sure.
But what would go into changing 9 to 14?
Well, do you know, I just learned this the other day when I was looking at it. Joey Ortiz, do you know what number he was with Baltimore when he came up? So he's 3 now.
No.
He was number 65 with Baltimore.
Okay, well, that makes sense.
Right, like that's an ugly number with
it's
something
a
like
bad baseball number.
Terrible baseball number. Terrible baseball.
That's got you've just been transferred over to the minor league side in Sarasota.
Right. That's what they give Lou James Groover in Arizona.
That's like probably what he had.
Yeah, like that's what it is. Bill Wegman was on the bump too.
46.
Juan Castillo as well. I don't know if you remember that name, Tim Allen, at all.
I do, but I'm not real familiar with what
Juan Castillo, a 4-year big leaguer, actually. Really, wow, just some of the worst Baseball Reference page you might see ever. 199 career games across 4 seasons for the Brewers. And that was only with the Brewers, did not make it anywhere else in the bigs. With seasons of 9 hits, 72 hits, 20 hits, and 0 hits.
Yeah, Juan Castillo. Wow.
Yeah, was number 3 though, so that kind of reminded me of Joey Ortiz just a little bit too. Right. Sorry. Oh, shots. My bad.
Wegman, a guy that never really got a lot of run support for the Brewers.
Billy Wegman?
My old roommate's last name was Wegman when I lived in Madison.
Yeah.
His dad played for the Cubs.
Oh, all right.
I mean, he had his little contract up on the wall, and that's kind of cool.
Bill Wegman, 11 years all with the Crew, 262 games. How many 216 starts? How many Brewers have more than 216 starts? Can't be that many.
I think he was solid. I liked Bill Wegman. I did. I just a lot of 2-zip losses. A lot of 3-zip, 3-1. Okay, well, that's going to do it for us here tonight. We'll go back at it tomorrow. Brewers and Twins. Tommy Wortz, the leadoff show. You've got it at 5.
5 o'clock. We'll be live here. Our pregame coverage before Game 2.
And Sparky in for me tomorrow night as Tommy will lead host. And if you don't, please give me that report right away.
Okay, I'll give you the report.
Yes, I want to know.
Yeah.
All right. And then after the game, as I said, Sparky and Tommy will have Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show live here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Once again, the final 3-2 tonight. Brewers win again, so we can celebrate a Friday night and go after the series tomorrow. And remember, as always, have a great night and smile. Wisconsin, Bob Uecker is smiling back.